Welcome back to Crochet with Lulu, everyone. How are you all doing? It has been a beautiful week. We've had some rain. I'm so excited that we finally had some rain. I almost done a happy dance, but I was afraid I'd fall over. How's everybody doing, and have you had a good week? I have had a really good week. Of course, this has been my birthday week. Yesterday was my birthday. Turned the big 5-9. But okay, it's okay. Still got birthday bags and balloons and my pretty blanket behind me. I've taken my coffees and things to the kitchen. I'll try to think to insert a little video clip on the end of my son bought me a whole bunch of coffee and some kind of popcorn. I think it's called Funky Chunky. And it is delicious. That is some of the best store-bought ready-made popcorn I think I've ever eaten in my life. It has, I believe, chocolate, but it has peanut butter. Oh, it's so good. It's delicious. He bought me the most beautiful cake. It had raspberry filling in it. Oh, it was so delicious. I love raspberries. So it was delicious. I got some flowers. I'm going to reach around you here and get my vase of flowers. Aren't they beautiful? And they're still living today. I was so excited because I'm terrible with plants. I used to be really good with plants, but some days I don't give them the attention they need. I had sweet visits. I had calls and texts and over 300 and something, I think, on my Facebook. Wish me a happy birthday. Some private messaged me Facebook, and then it was just really nice. I was so excited. I was in tears, laughing, giggling like a child. I had the best time. But my son also bought me this. Oh, and it smells so good. Trying to see, okay, there we go. Oh, and it smells so good, and it's so big. I'm so thankful. And then his little friend got me, it's watermelon whipped shea body butter. Oh, and it smells so good. I have the watermelon body scrub in the bathroom, so this will be nice to put on after a shower in that. So yeah, I was so proud. My sweet little cousin bought me those flowers, and then she bought me this Aveeno stress relief lotion. So I've got quite a bit of lotion. I'm so excited. Got 2 beautiful candles, got some wax melts, got Bible journals, a Bible devotional, and this I love this little book. And then my son's little friend bought me this. It's my birthday pen. I hope that's coming through. I can't see, there's a glare over here, so I'm not sure what you're seeing. But yeah, it's been a really good day. I have really had a good time. We went for an evening walk, and it was in a park. It's a park now, but it's right across the street where I grew up. Part of my childhood was in that neighborhood. My grandparents lived across the road, and we lived across the road. They lived right beside us, so it was neat getting to see my little area that I grew up in. We go to that park several times to walk, but it had been a while since I'd been there. But I wanted to show you my birthday cards. This was from the other day, and then this is the ones I've gotten so far to today. I thought that one was so sweet. This one is from the guys that work with my son. One got me this and some candy, and then he got me this card, and it is so sweet. And this is from my sweet little cousin and her family. And I just love that. Love it. The inside is so pretty. I just thought it was so pretty. This is from my sister-in-law. And I thought that was so pretty. This one is from my best friend, Bonnie. Now, Bonnie and Lisa are the ones that I went to lunch with on Wednesday. And they had the sweetest lunch. And then we just sat and laughed and giggled at everything and nothing. We were chatting and talking and taking silly pictures. And Bonnie and Lisa both are very artistic. And so Bonnie made me a board. It's like a quote board, and I love it. I love it. I think I'm going to hang it in the basement around my crochet area, so when I'm down there, I can see that board. This is from my best friend, Lisa. She knows how we love our fur children. In fact, if anybody ever goes back and reads my text, I'm taking the children outside, or I put the children in the crate. It's our fur children. It's not human children, although I call them my children. This is from, oh, I didn't write on the back of it, Virginia in South Carolina. And I love it. And it's remind me to tell you about the butterflies. But she wrote there's a little saying that she's typed up in here. There's a little ray of sunshine sent in this card to you. It's there to brighten the darkest days and there to help you through. For I hope that knowing other people care, that you're in their thoughts today, might fill your heart with gladness in a very special way. So grab this ray of sunshine, then bask within its glow, for you are loved by many people, as I hope this card does show. So what if you're a year older? You're fabulous. Have a wonderful day. I thought that was so sweet. And I love this. This is from Christy in California. And then she put some little lunch notes from herself. And I thought that was so cute. I thought that was so cute. And I'm not going to read y'all the insides. I'll just tell you where they're from. This one says, "Oh, happy day." And it is from Barbara from Maryland. Is that not pretty? I love lighthouses. I love anything nautical. This one is happy birthday from Claudia in Iowa. More butterflies. Happy birthday from Angler, North Carolina. And this one is so cute. Ducks went through our yard a few weekends ago, and so I thought that was so cute. This is from Joyce in Holland, Michigan. And she put some little, like, what would you call it? I'll read you one and then you can tell me. Which side is the left side of a birthday cake? Little jokes, I guess, is what you'd say. The side that hasn't been eaten yet. And I thought that was sweet. Some have put me puzzles, and I love puzzles. I love word puzzles. In fact, my best friend Bonnie got me a puzzle book, and I love it. This is from Richard and Kathy from Maryland. This is from Maria from Maine. This has a puzzle in it, and it's from Almond Frank in Kentucky. And this is the last one, especially for you on your birthday. And it's a garden, and it also has a butterfly. This is from Catherine from Minnesota. The butterfly. The day that my mother passed away, my son had finally got me to leave the room for a few minutes, and he said, you need to go eat something. And this was, of course, before she had passed. And so I said, well, I'm just going to step out and go down the hall. And he said, well, there's some little tables right down the hall. Go down there and eat and just get out for a few minutes. So I did. And I was sitting there eating, and many people that know me and that are close to me know I take pictures of everything. The clouds, the stars, the moon, the sun, fog on the mountain, which is behind my house. You look straight back and you can see part of a mountainous area that's in our small town. I love butterflies. The butterfly already had a very, very significant meaning to me. And so I'm sitting there eating, and I'm looking out and I'm taking a picture because I was kind of high for me. I'm not afraid of heights. I love being up high and looking down. So I was sitting there and taking pictures, and a nearby college was in the background, and I was taking pictures, and I looked over and there was a butterfly just flying around the window, and then it would go down and then it would come back up and it would just fly around. It was so pretty. And I don't know if I ever got, I think I got a video clip. I think I got a video clip of the butterfly flying around, because I think I sent it to my little cousin and maybe my best friend. I'm not sure. So I went back to the room, and I'd been playing Trinity Broadcasting Network. My mother used to love to watch a lot of the programs that was on the channel, and I tried to keep that channel on in her room, because I know that they say the hearing is the very last thing that goes. And even when people are in comas, they have come out of the comas and told people what went on in their room while they were in a coma. So I tried to keep inspirational things on in the background, and we didn't say anything out loud that she might could hear us and be anxious in her mind. So went back in the room, and TBN was on, and so my son said he was going to step out for a few minutes, and lo and behold, there was a message by one of the preachers that we really love to hear, was preaching a sermon on the butterfly. And I wish I could find it. I wish I could go back to that date and find that sermon, because it really meant so much to me. So then my son came in, and I said, you'll never guess. And so I started telling him, and like I said, I think I had taken a video clip. I don't really remember. So while we were talking, there was a butterfly flying across by the window behind him, just flying back and forth, and it just landed right on the window right behind where he was sitting. So I looked at him and I said, the butterfly. And of course, as usually, and as pretty much a lot of the times, when you grab your phone to take a video or a picture, it's gone. And he said, well, you have that in your heart. You know, you have that in your memory, and you have that in your heart. Well, she passed away that evening around 7:40-ish, I think. So the butterfly has a lot of significant, like I said, significant meaning in my life. So anyways, sitting out on the porch yesterday, and I had, I think I'd been to the basement, and I had crated the fur babies, because If I leave, especially the two little ones running amok in the living room, they chew things they're not supposed to chew. They chewed a piece of mail yesterday evening. I left them in here for just a few minutes while I was sitting on the porch with Dustin's little friend, and we were laughing and talking, and we had just had company. And so when they left, she said, "Do you want me to go in and get them?" And I said, "Yeah." They chewed through the mail. They're little. They don't, they don't know any better. Their thing is to chew. So anyways, I had created the children, as I call them. I was sitting out there on the porch. Like I said, I think I'd been to the basement and done some things, or maybe had been out in the yard doing something. I don't remember. But I'm sitting there looking, and this butterfly just keeps flying around the rail of the porch. It goes over and it lands on a chair. And at the time, it didn't hit me what else was in that chair. But it just it just sat there. Well, first of all, it sat on the arm of the chair. And it just sat there. So I eased my phone out and I hit record. And then I just started hitting the picture thing, snapping pictures of it. So I'm sitting there recording, and it just moved down, and it was very slow. It just moved down the chair arm, and then it stopped for a long time as if to pause, and then it moved on down on the chair. When I went back and looked at the video footage, it was so beautiful. I did not realize that a butterfly lowers its antennas and then it raises them up again. I didn't realize that. I don't really know what I thought. You just really don't, I guess, until you study a bee or a butterfly, anything that has the little antennas. And I just did not know that. So I'm sitting there watching this while I'm videoing it, and it would lean its little head over, and it would drop its little antennas, and then it would raise its little antennas up, then it would raise its little head up. And I thought, that is just the most beautiful, beautiful sight I'd ever seen. And then its little wings would open, and then it would drop its little head and its little antennas, and then it would raise it up, and then it would close its little... I sit there, I could have filmed it all day. Had it not been for leaving the babies inside longer than... No, they were on the porch. They were on the porch with me, because I thought, oh, I just hope they don't disturb it. That's what it was. Bigsby was inside by himself, and the little ones and the mama, Sophie, was with me on the porch, and it was real hot at that time. And that's what it was, because I felt so bad about continuing just to sit there, because I knew they were hot and I knew they needed to come in. We always keep water, and then they have a little pool in the yard, but I just really felt like I needed to get them in. But I sit there, I could have watched that butterfly for hours, just watching it, its little antennas go down and then raise up, and then its little wings open and close. About the time I quit doing the video and taking the pictures, I looked over, and behind the butterfly was a throw pillow I had gotten last year, because it had a bunch of butterflies on the back, and then it had one big one on the front. And I had moved that from the little couch that's, we've got patio furniture on the porch, from the little love seat couch. I'd moved it from that over to that chair. And I just sat there. So I eased my camera back up, my phone, and I took a picture of that, because I thought, well, nobody would believe that. And there's no way I could have put the pillow there after, because the butterfly would have gotten spooked and flown away. But let me tell you something. I started crying, and I made a Facebook post, and I put it in my story, and I put it on the Facebook post, and several, they felt like that my mom was with me. Of course, she's always with me. She is always with me. But I just really, and then to get a visit from my sister-in-law yesterday, and she brought me the best smelling candle, and she sat out there for the longest, and we laughed and talked, and it was just a very special day. I got to spend most of the day with my son. He had work here at the house to do, and then of course us and his friend went walking yesterday evening, and I was so proud because I felt like walking, and my knees hurt so bad, but I pushed through it, and I got my mile in, and I was so thankful. I was so very thankful. Just a beautiful day, just a wonderful, beautiful day. And I thank you all, the ones that have made comments and that has messaged me on Facebook and different places. And I just thank you so much. It was a very, very good day. And I'm excited to use my new blanket tonight. And my balloons, I think they're so pretty, and I've just left them. I've left all my bags up here on the back of the couch. I've got 2 bags over there, and I think 3 or 4 up here. So I was just I had such a good day. So thank you again for all your precious comments that you leave in my comment section. I love reading the comments. If I ever don't answer you back, and it's been a few days, please feel free to message me again, or you can contact me on Facebook, Crochet with Lulu, on my Facebook page, and leave me a message on there. Hey, I left you a message on YouTube, and I didn't know if you responded, or if you seen it or not, because I always, as soon as I see them, I try to answer them right then. And that was like my birthday comments. I was so excited yesterday, and I thought, well, I need to answer them, because for a few years now, Facebook had a thing. Well, probably 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I couldn't read all of my birthday messages. Facebook just wouldn't let me scroll down and read all of my Facebook. So I deleted the app, re-downloaded the app. It wasn't the app. It was just apparently something within Facebook. Later, much later, I could go back. So I just had to make a post, and thank everybody and say I can't, for whatever reason, Facebook won't let me see the post. But now yesterday, what I'd done was all day I would just keep it checked and thank everybody. And then my son made a post on his, and so I got a bunch of comments on that. He laughed and told me last night that he had to, or he told me today that he ended up having to turn his notifications off on Facebook because they kept dinging all night. But it's been a good week, and we did get some rain. Like I said, I was so thankful. And this morning, early when I sit outside, I love to sit out early with the babies as soon as it gets light. Now, I'm not a fan of taking them out early morning before sun up, because we do live in an area where there's skunks and things like that, and I don't want them to get sprayed. We've had 2 fur children that got sprayed before, and it's not pleasant, because I don't care what you give them a bath in. I don't care how many days in a row or how many minutes in a row you give them a bath, and all the tomato paste in the world and all the tomato juice in the world, they still smell like skunk. And occasionally, because one will go through the yard, I can smell it on one of the babies. So it's a very hard smell to get rid of. Leave me a comment if you know something that actually works, that you've tried and it actually works, because that's my worry. I do take them out sometimes early morning, because whenever I get up about 2 or 3 o'clock, I will normally take the 2 older ones out. The 2 babies usually are sound asleep, and they'll just kind of wake up and look at me like, no, thank you. No, thank you. Do I look like I want to go out? No, thank you. So, and it's been so cute, because the last couple of nights, Seven, the one we call Seven, he's been sleeping on the couch with us, and poor little Mickey's down in the big old bed in the floor, and he's just all by his little self. But he makes up for it in the daytime, because he's right here. He's right by his nanny's side. They're not spoiled at all. They're not spoiled at all. my son got him a toy last night, and they had so much fun. I guess they thought, well, Nanny got birthday gifts, we need something too. So he got him a new bag of treats and a toy, and they just had them a big time. Sorry, I talk with my hands. I'm going to fold them, so maybe I won't talk with them. But I hope everybody has had a good week, and anybody that I have missed saying happy birthday to, please know that I wish you a very happy birthday. Cynthia at Joyful Creations, her birthday was this week. I think it was the 17th. There's been several that's had a birthday this month. And so I wish everybody a very, very happy birthday. Cynthia at Cynthia's Joyful Creations, check her out. I love her channel. I love her content. I love joining her, and I watched her a little while ago. She has a prayer time, she has a talk time, and she has a devotional time. And that being brought up, I would like to read you the devotion. This is from Bedside Blessings, Charles Swindoll. I just love him, and I'm going to take my glasses off to read because it'll take me forever if I don't. Those servants who refuse to get bogged down in and anchored to the past are those who pursue the objectives of the future. That's very good. People who do this are seldom petty. They are too involved in getting a job done to be occupied with yesterday's hurts and concerns, and that is so true. Very near the end of his life, Paul wrote, I have fought the good fight, I have finished the course, I have kept the faith. What a grand epitaph. He seized every day by the throat. I love that. He relentlessly pursued life. And then it goes on to quote 2 Timothy 4:7. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the course. I have kept the faith. And I love that. I love that. Each day has a devotional. And I love this. I love this. I have had so many little books, and I have thoroughly enjoyed getting this one the other day from my little friend Lisa. So on the back it says, when I remember you are my bed, I meditate on you in the night watches. Psalm 63:6. Forgive me, but my eyesight in the light today. I was telling my neighbor earlier, I was sitting on the porch and I said, days like today, or when it's very sunny outside, I can tell a big difference in my eyesight. I go the 29th to the eye centers, so I'm hoping they will go ahead and set up my appointment to do the cataract surgery. I don't like surgeries. I don't like having anything like that done, but I mean, I need it. My eyes, they're blurry and foggy a lot, and I know what my mother was saying about the last two and a half years of her life. From about 2018, because we started noticing about 2018 when her heart started going into AFib, she would tell us all the time, be careful, it's so foggy out there. And we'd say, Mom, it's not foggy. It's not foggy. Oh yes, look at that fog. But she was having the hazy over her eyes like I do, and the film. And so it's time. I need this done, and I'm just trusting that everything will go well and that I'll have really good vision when all of it's said and done, because I have dealt with cataracts for years and didn't know. Because when I would go to my eye doctor, my local eye doctor, they would say, well, you've got a little bit of cataracts, but nothing major, not to be concerned with or anything. So I went to the Ram Clinic a couple of years ago, this was right after my mother passed. I wasn't working. And so somebody had mentioned I needed to go to the Ram Clinic and have my eyes tested. And I thought, well, I could. And it was so much fun. We sat out there all night. I sat in my son's, no, it was my neighbor's vehicle. He had a vehicle at that time, so he let me drive his to sit in. And it was so much fun because there was everybody in the parking lot, of course, was staying all night to be the first in line so they'd be treated. And it was fun. My son kept saying, Mom, you can go to... I said, no, this is fun. This is an adventure. So here I said in the SUV, it was an SUV, and I had my cell phone, and then I had another little phone that I could watch Netflix, I think was on it, or Amazon. It was one of the little things. And I really enjoyed it. I met some nice people on both sides of me. We sat there and laughed and we talked. And of course I had my little drinks and stuff, and it was fun. But I tell you all of this, and then I'll come back to the where I'm at now. When they tested my eyes, they made me go all the way back through from the first point all the way through, because they had different stations for different parts of the eye exam. And I thought that was so very nice. They kept looking in my eyes, and she kept looking around the thing, and she finally, because it was making me nervous, and I thought, what is she seeing? Do I have aliens? You're sitting there thinking, what is in my eyes? She said, has anybody told you you have cataracts? And I said, yes, just about a year ago when I had my eyes tested, or it may have been 2 years ago. But I told her, and she said, you've got cataracts. She said, you need eye surgery. And I said, is this why that I see that? She said, you'll have film, she said, do you have floaters? And I said, I've got floaters. She said, I thought you had floaters too. And so I thought, oh man, all of this time I just kept thinking that something was defective with the glasses. I thought everybody I go to is giving me bad glasses, and it was cataracts. Who knew? Anyways, now I know. So I go the 29th. I think it's 29th. I'll have to double check, but I'm excited. I want them, whatever they do to them, I want it done. They won't do them that day, but I'm hoping they'll set it up soon. I'm kind of glad that it's taken me a while, because I have a friend that's going to the same place, and I'm anxious to see how she does, because she's been waiting on her glasses. I didn't realize she would have to wait so long on her glasses, but maybe I don't understand the process. So maybe they had to redo her eyes, retest her eyes or whatever after, to get the right appropriate glasses. I'm assuming. Let me know in the comments if anybody's dealt with cataracts and the surgery and all that. So I'm excited. I want to be able to see good. Taking my glasses off doesn't bother me, but when you have to take a picture of whatever you're reading with your phone to be able to read it. Somebody had put a post on Facebook, and I shared it the other day, and everybody was commenting. And I thought, yeah, I have to do that all the time. I have to zoom in, and sit there and play with it and read it. And then by that time, if it's a recipe or something, I've done forgot what I'm doing. So I've learned, if I can, to screenshot it and then zoom out, and then it's a mess. It is a mess. But anyways, I've rattled on and on and on. I'm digressing in my conversation. I'm tired. I finally got some sleep last night. I got up at one point and took 2 small ibuprofen. The health department gives me a 600 milligram, but I don't like to take so much ibuprofen. But I have to take it occasionally because it has the anti-inflammatory in it, and that's the reason I take it, so that I can walk better. And I knew last night I was so sore from walking back and forth to the basement and up and down the driveway and in the basement. And today I had to go to my storage trailer and get a few things out. I need to be taking things and putting in, and I do have a whole bunch of stuff I need to put in the storage trailer. Oh my goodness. And I keep declaring that I'm going to have a clean out of the storage trailer day, which I may wait till it gets colder because I'm afraid of things that crawl in the grass, that I'm terrified. And if I got out there and pulled out something and there was even one this long, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. So, I'm digressing again. I think I'll wait till it's colder. Then I can pull things out and I don't have to worry about creepy crawlies and things like that. So, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. But I do need to have a clean out day bad, in the worst kind of day. In the worst kind of way, yeah, in the worst kind of day too. And then I can kind of rearrange things and put things back. There's a trunk that it's like a box that my son gave me a few years ago, and I would love to get it out and put it in my yarn area in the basement, like behind my cabinet, to put things in it. Then I can use my totes for other things. So, and let me know what you put in those areas, like a basement. I don't want mothballs, because they smell so strong and everything. It's hard to get that odor out of your clothes or anything, but I don't want bugs around. Now, I know cinnamon is good for ants. It keeps ants away. And there was something that somebody sent me the other day, cinnamon and vanilla keeps mosquitoes away. I'll have to go back and look at it. So I'm going to try that, because I don't like all the mosquito sprays and all that. I'm just really cautious about what I spray. I spent over 20, 25, 30 years cleaning houses. And I think of all the cleaners that I subjected myself to all of those years. It was, it's not good. You don't think to wear a mask. I don't even know that half the time I had gloves. You just go in, you clean somebody's toilet, you make their bed, you do whatever. And now it's like, all those years I sprayed all those harmful chemicals in little closed-in areas. Some of the bathrooms didn't have ventilation, so you couldn't turn on a fan and open a window or anything. So, yeah, I'm cautious about things that I spray and use now. Like, we really try to use the 7th generation products. I've got some of their wipes over there for like the floors and surfaces, and then we use the dishwashing soap, and then I use the washing soap for the clothes. And I'm gonna get some of the spray it's plant-based, so it's supposed to be really, really safe. And those wipes smell really good. They smell like I think it's called lemon zest or something. It smells so good. So I feel like it cleans, and I feel like it's safe. I've got on 5 different conversations, and I'm so sorry. Anyways, I need a clean out day. I need to free up the totes. Tell me what you use to keep, because everybody gets mice, and spiders and things like that. And I don't want those in my yards and around that area. But I don't want anything strong around them either, such as chemicals and things. So tell me what you use to keep things, because I do have most of my yarns are in the basement. It's a good basement, but it's not, how do I say that? It's not a finished basement, I guess is what you'd say. Concrete floor, concrete walls, things like that. But you know what I'm saying. Anyways, I need something. I'm going down. But I wanted to say again, thank you all for my birthday wishes. A lot of you have sent comments, text, and I appreciate that so much. Thank you for bearing with me until I get some more crochet content on here. I haven't crocheted any on the blanket, I don't think, at all this week. So I've got to pick that back up hopefully the weekend and do that. I did crochet a few little things this week. I made some of the cell phone wristlets for my friends, and then I made a couple of extra ones. I made them some bookmarks with the little daisy flower, only I didn't use the white. I think they were like blue and green or lime and yellow, I don't remember, but they were cute. So I think that's the only thing I've crocheted. I tried to make a bookmark, the corner bookmark that fits over the corner of the page, because they both love to read. But the yarn I had was too thick. So it was going to be real big and it was going to be too thick. So I didn't finish them. I've got to get me some smaller thread. Now I have the size 10 thread, but that was too tiny. That would have taken forever. Although I may do it, you know, just to practice and make them some of those. But have a good rest of the week. It's Friday. It's already Friday. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Be kind. Please stay hydrated. I can't beg you enough. Check on all your neighbors and your friends. If you have anybody that lives alone, check on them, because they need to be hydrated. They may need water. I have a friend that her air conditioner is not working properly in her house. They've called different people to come out and check it. Finally, the group that we recommended, which is the best in our book, they went and checked it out, and there's really not much they can do because there's not enough crawl space underneath her house to get to it and redo the ductwork. So she said she really didn't know what they were going to do. So she'd gotten a couple of extra window air conditioners, and it's jerking her electric bill up. And so then her dryer went out the other day. So she's having to hang clothes over her fence, her railing. And I thought, that is so much better than the washing machine going out. Because had her washing machine gone out, she would have been in a humongous pickle. At least if your dryer goes out, you can hang things around. And she said she's using the swing set, the chair, the porch rails, hanging them all through the house, and she's hanging them all over the fence. And I thought that is so annoying, but still I would rather that than the washing machine, because, you know, the puppies had not been just a few days old when our washer decided it wasn't going to turn on, and we were in a pickle. We had, you know me, I like to exaggerate. We had 4 billion, 4 billion and 1 bed pads to wash, plus the blankets and the towels, all the things that you do to make them babies comfortable. Now we had shaggy blankets. We had every blanket that we had spare went under them little fellers. We meant for them babies to stay warm and they still love their blankets. They still love them. One's over there now, 7, he's just all cuddled up. Of course, Mickey's still beside me. But thank you so much. I have been 43 minutes. 43, almost 44 minutes. So please have a good weekend. Bear with me. I'll try to have some crochet content next week. I've got to work on, I'm looking right there in my yarn bowl, and I've got to finish that doily for my friend that lives in Missouri. I've got to. Bless her heart. She's so precious. Melody, if you're watching this, I love you, and I will try to get your doily done and get it in the mail to you. A big shout out to all of those people that are working outside, your postal workers, your delivery people. A big shout out and a big thank you to all of them. Please make sure that you check on neighbors and friends. And I love you bunches, and I will try to see you back tomorrow, or it may be Sunday or Monday. Love you all bunches, and thank you again for my birthday greetings. Bye-bye.